Do you have any advice for students on some behaviors they can engage in to take care of their mental health during COVID or even during stressful times in general?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question, and I think we've heard all the different pieces of advice before. Obviously, being active, getting good sleep, reaching out to friends, and connecting. But I think a piece of advice that I would give too is just to be gentle on yourself, um, and to check in with yourself, especially when we get into the school year and you start having assignments pile up and responsibilities, and there's that pressure to perform because expectations of what comes after school and getting high marks. All these things are big, and they're big pressures, especially when you're in your undergraduate career. But be gentle on yourself and check in and allow yourself the opportunity to disengage from work, to balance your life out, and to engage with friends. I guess that's my advice. Something I wish I had done in my undergraduate degree, because I can relate to the stress and the difficulty, and I wish I was more kind to myself.
What's something that you do now that you kind of didn't do before and wish that you did in your previous year?
So I exercise far more regularly. I'm out biking and hiking as often as I can. But also, I think I allow myself to disengage from work when I say I'm done. So obviously, you can have periods where you're really busy, but when I'm not working, I've made the conscious decision to not think about what I have to do. And it doesn't mean that I don't do a lot of work. It just means that in that moment, it's not the thing that's on my mind. It allows me to be more present with friends and family and whatever activity I'm engaged in. And I find for me that works well to balance it out a bit.
Right, absolutely. I think that's key, being like present and not thinking about something you did before or something you have to do after.
Right.
It's hard to put in practice, but if you're more conscious of it, then you can control it. For sure.
Yeah, and that's what anxiety is too. You're focused on some future perceived threat or stress. And if you're thinking about how much work you have to do and the implication of not finishing or not doing well and how long is it going to take, all these things that just cycle, you're really activating that stress response and that anxiety response. And we know over time that how damaging that can be to our health. So the conscious decision to disengage is important.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for this conversation. I thought that it was quite delightful and there's so much to learn from this, and I'm sure everyone else is going to enjoy it. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Nuran, and thank you for the opportunity. I really look forward to being back on campus in September and seeing everyone.
Yeah, and we look forward to seeing you in person. All right, have a great day.